Welcome to day 12 of SQL Made Simple. Yesterday we learned how to group data with group by. Today we are going one step further with having. Having allows us to filter group data just like where filters individual rows. So what it does, it filters results after grouping and works with the aggregate functions like sum, count, average, minimum, and maximum. Then what's the rationale behind the use of having? You can't use where to filter aggregated data. That's what having is for. And it also helps answer questions like which product sold more than 5 units, which customers placed more than 2 orders. Just think of it as a where clause for summaries rather than individual rows. Now let's try and make sense of this by practicing with our data set. So our first question here is we need to find product with total quantity greater than 5. So let me run, select star from orders. So what's happening? Okay, so that's where the mistake is. Let me end the code, start again. Okay, so we have customer name, product, quantity, price per unit filled, order date. And we are looking for product with total quantity. So we're going to select from our orders table. So that's the first thing we do from the orders that we select. So we need to make sure the product field is in there. So we're selecting product and we want to know the total quantity. So if it's total, we use the sum function. So that is quantity as total quantity. Then we do our group by. So we are grouping by our product. And since we're dealing with aggregated functions, we need to use having instead of where. So having the sum of quantity being greater than 5. And this, I think, should solve the problem of the day. So we have Bluetooth speakers having a total quantity of 8. Well done. Now, let's look at the next question. Let me run, execute. We have our data set. Now we're going to count customers with more than one order. And if you look at what we have here, all the customers, they only placed in a customer ID 1, 2, 3. So we get nothing from the result. Let's see. So we're going to select customer name. So let's make the code look clean. Then we're going to count the order ID plus number of orders from the orders table. So now we're going to group by which field? Customer ID, because there is no aggregation on that. Sorry, customer name. Then we say having then the count of the customer ID. I'm going to copy and paste that. Count of customer ID being greater than 1. So let's see, what will we find? Nothing, because all the orders we're not greater than 1. Now let's say equal to 1. So if it's equal to 1, now that's what we get. Let's see, less than or equal to 1. So using the logical functions. So this is how you manipulate it. Okay, let's move on to the next task. So we need to find a product with average price greater than 500. So let's look at it one more time. So we are selecting again from the orders table. And we're dealing with a product. So we first of all select the product field. That's selected. I'm looking for the average. So AVG, price per unit. Per unit. That's done. Then alias it as AVG price. From the orders, if you're grouping by, which field are you grouping by? It's obvious, it's the product. And because we're using aggregate functions, we use having AVG price per unit being greater than or equal to 500. That's it. Now, let's have a look. Execute. And this is what we get. But if you look at the values, 900.00000, 500.0000. So let me chip in one function, which is the floor function. And this returns the largest integer value that is smaller than or equal to a number. So maybe I can apply my floor function to the average. Floor to the average. Now let's run it. Execute. So now we have 900 and 500. So also take a look at the use of ceiling and round functions. So that's a little research you need to do to find stuff out for yourself. Well done, and keep practicing. You only get better by practicing. Don't ever forget that. The workplace tip for having is you using it to show top performing products, identify customers with high order count, and highlight department exceeding budget if your data set has a field that you can manipulate to find that. So it is the tool for filtering grouped insight. So for the practical task, I want you to look at showing product with total quantity greater than 4, show customers with more than 0 orders, and show product with average price greater than 200. So once you finish solving that, just post your a screenshot or just copy your code and put it in the comment section. So that's a wrap for day 12. Practice using having after group by to filter summaries. Yeah. And tomorrow we will explore combining multiple aggregate functions in a single query. Keep learning, experimenting. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our page. Thank you. Blessings.